Hey guys, it's Kat, and today I'm here to talk to you about Tiger's Voyage by Colleen Houck. I am going to be talking first about my feelings on the book, and then we'll get into the spoilers. So let's get started. Throughout Tiger's Voyage, there's a lot of tension. It's not only the tension of getting the prophecy fulfilled, but there's a lot of tension between Kashan, Ren, and Kelsey. I loved Tiger's Voyage, I honestly did. It was amazing. I loved the storyline. I loved how Colleen Houck took this book and created such an amazing story. Just like her other books, she has created something that is just so alive and so detailed, and the background stories that Mr. Kadam talks about are amazing, and I love them, and I love all the mythology that's involved, like the mermaids and the dragons, and I love all that. Especially I love the characters. I'm a person that definitely looks at the characters more so than any other book. There are a few more characters in this book. There is Wes, who is the scuba diver instructor, who's really cute, and he's from Texas, and he just adds like the fun element into this book. And then there's Lokish still, and Ren, Kashan, Kelsey, and Mr. Kadam is still in here. And there's a few other like secondary characters that aren't really like as big in the story, but they definitely do create an impact when they are in the story. I love the romance. Now let's talk about this romance. So I'm not big into love triangles, and this book literally is love triangle and problems, and Kelsey has a big decision to make. She has two handsome, rich princes after her, and each of them are vying for her attention. One of them loves her but doesn't even remember loving her, and the other loves her because of her personality and her uniqueness. And so Kelsey does have a big decision. I understand that she had a decision, but she definitely was going from one brother to the next quite a bit in this book, and it upset me and it made me angry, and I don't know if I could deal with my frustrations very well. It was just, oh my gosh, I'm still so frustrated because not even like 2 hours ago I finished this book, and so like it's still fresh in my mind. You have to read this book to understand how angry I am and just how frustrated I am at Kelsey. So besides that, I loved the adventure in this one. I loved the quest. This time the prophecy involved dragons. As you can see by the cover, it's a dragon. And it was just so cool how she like incorporated the dragons into this, and how each dragon was like had its own uniqueness. So I love this book. I cannot wait for the next book, and I do have the next book. If you haven't read this book yet, I would suggest that you push pause on this video. But if you have read this book, let's get into this. Let's talk about the spoilers of this book. Hey guys, so if you have finished this book and you're here to talk about the spoilers, or you're here to talk about your thoughts on this book, then let's get started on that. So Ren and Kelsey at the beginning of this book are absolutely at each other's throats. Ren has forgotten all memories of her, and he feels physical pain when Kelsey is near. And Kelsey is in a heartbroken stage. She's trying to like juggle her feelings between Ren a little bit and like beginning feelings for Kashan. So that's definitely creating problems in her life. And then the prophecy is also still going underway, so she has to bring on a lot of pressure with that. The prophecy this time is about 7 dragons, and they have to be looking for Durga's necklace. And in this time also, Kelsey and Ren decide to get a little bit closer, even though they hate each other. They decide to start being near each other and just becoming friends again. It's short-lived. Kelsey ends up finding out that Ren actually loses his memories of her on purpose, and she's angry and she says, "I'm done with you," and she actually starts burning his poetry that he wrote for her, and that's definitely creating a lot of problems. Along the way, Kashan is still trying to get into Kelsey's love life. They found out that it's in the ocean that they need to go, and they hire Wes, who actually plays a really big part in this book because he kind of stirs the emotions of Ren and Kashan, which I found really funny because he flirted with Kelsey on purpose, and it lightens the mood. Kashan confesses love to Kelsey, and Kelsey, she doesn't know what she wants. She's actually starting to go from boy to the other boy again, and I was just getting frustrated with her because she kisses Ren and they end up deciding to be together again, and then she goes back to Kashan, and Ren decides, well, you know what, I'm just gonna be with another girl who is prettier than you, and he ends up bringing this blonde bimbo bitch, and I will say that because she's just angering. She is a snot. And he brings her onto the ship, and like they're all cozy, and Ren is making sure that Kelsey sees that they're all cozy. So there's definitely a lot of anger and tension, and Kelsey is heartbroken. She just doesn't know what to choose, and it doesn't help that she has to figure out a way to save these two, and nothing goes right. For the 7 dragons that she sees, each of them have their own tasks. The first one was that they had to either fix a star or play chess with him. And this is where Kelsey and Ren find out that they have a special bond together, a special power together. If Ren touches Kelsey, her power from the last book, which was lightning or fire, it creates like a mega fire, it creates heat. She's really scared of that connection because she's starting to like trying to move on with Kashan. And there's that dragon, and then they go on to the next dragon, which is where a lot of the tension comes from. This dragon, he likes to play games, and one of his games is save the princess from the tower, and you can imagine who the princess is, and that is Kelsey, and the dragon is the one protecting the castle, and Kashan and Ren are the princes. Ren ends up actually winning it, and then Ren and Kelsey are back together again for a day. And then they break up again. And it keeps on going to the point where it's just, she actually ends up telling Ren, you know what, I loved you first and I will always love you, but I can't be with you. And the reason why is because Ren ends up getting his memory back. Ren sees Kashan and Kelsey kiss, and his memory comes back full force, and he is angry. He is livid and he's angry, and he's trying to win back Kelsey in any way that he can. And it just, it just creates so many problems in this book that he got his memory back. I am Team Rem, but good lord, I just wanted her to pick someone by the end, and she did pick someone. She picked Kashan. Even though she picked Kashan, she still was very flirtatious with Ren, which was a little angry. So after all the 7 dragons, they go through all of them. Lokish decides to catch up, and he does catch up, and Kelsey decides it's time to step up to her plate, and she decides to give herself up to Lokish. Lokish wanted her because she can bear him an heir that has power beyond anything and has the lust for power like him. And she decides to save her tigers that she needed to give herself up to Lokish, and so she leaves her 2 tigers behind to save them. The book was amazing. I love the book. Could I have done it without a little bit of the trauma and the drama and the tension and like the fighting a lot and Kashan trying to vie for Kelsey's love? But I just don't think maybe the book wouldn't have been the exact same without all of that. And I loved the book just the way it was, and it was amazing, and I cannot wait to read the next one. And the next one's coming in the mail, hopefully by next Tuesday. I said I was going to pick up Heir of Fire, but I just really want to finish this series before I finish the Heir of Fire series, and I also have some ARC copies that I need to finish as well. I'll see you guys at my next video.